Hi Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea. In this reading, for those of you in separation right now, we're going to find out what is your person thinking about you since the separation. To book a personal reading with me, all information is in the description box below. And today is the 9th of June, 2023. Time here in Bali, Indonesia is 12:18 p.m. Please bear in mind that this is a collective reading for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you were divinely guided to watch this video, this message is meant for you, even if you're dealing with the same sign. Spirits and angels, please show me for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in separation right now. What does the person think about them since the separation? Again, this reading is only for those of you currently in separation from your person, okay? Nine of Wands come up first at the bottom of the deck. So they're going to pretend as though they've given up, okay? So they're thinking, yeah, Five of Swords. I need to pretend. I need to show like I'm okay with the Page of Wands here. This is a fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Six of Swords. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to pretend like, again, that I'm done, I'm good. And the Page of Wands is somebody whom is exploring, someone very adventurous. So they could be thinking, yep, I'm just going to put myself out there. I'm just going to go do my thing. And with the Five of Swords, it's like, it's a bit of a strategy thing, right? Five of Swords can be a bit deceptive. So makes me feel like the person you're in separation right now would like you to believe, would like you to think that they have moved on, would like you to think that, they can do better without you. Now they've got their freedom to explore, to, just have fun, do their own thing. But Four of Pentacles, they're still holding on to you, yeah. And we've got these Seven of Wands here in reverse, yeah. They think, let me try and move on, but also at the same time, I'm still holding on to the fact that maybe one day both of you can move towards calmer water, that maybe both of you will get back together, because the Chariot is right here, the Empress. So if they see you as the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, if they see you as the Empress, that means they still think of you as someone that they want to spend the rest of their life with, okay? They still see, with the Chariot here, success with you in the future. But right now, Seven of Wands in reverse, and, being the Five of Swords, this is the first card. They really want you to think they have moved on and that they are doing okay. But the Page of Wands is also someone very hopeful. He or she, your person in separation right now, could still be hoping for some sort of future with you, okay? This could also mean, for those of you, if you're separated and your person lives far away from you, they could be thinking, yeah, eventually I may want to travel towards Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, to try and mend things. But they're keeping this very close to their chest. I've actually had two people, a bit of a story time, like two exes, whom have traveled all the way back. The first one was my first boyfriend. So I broke up with him over the phone. He was in London. He was Malaysian, but he left for London because he had to further his studies. And when after he got to London for about a month, I broke up with him, and then he told me he was gonna fly back. And the reason why I broke up with him while he was in London was I was thinking, okay, so he wouldn't be able to, come back and, not want to break up and try to convince me not to break up. Like, it's because he's so far away. So I waited until he left for London for about a month, and then I broke up with him. So, but he did like almost right away. He booked a ticket and he flew back to Malaysia, and he was begging me not to break up with him, to get back to, and his mom was also begging me not to break up with her son, because she said all my children have furthered their studies overseas, have gotten a degree, masters, and he's gonna be the only one who didn't finish his studies. And it was just 1 month in, and then now he's back in Malaysia. So his mom's reason was more like, how it's shameful, it's embarrassing, because all my children have he was the youngest. So, but I told her I was sorry I couldn't, because I didn't love him anymore. And then he flew back, and he was a mess, a big mess, right? But I know this some people think I'm like the bad guy, but no, it's not true. The reason why I broke up with him was he left. Because he was my first boyfriend, and we would talk every single day, but we would see each other almost every single day. I would literally live in his house because his mom would always want me to be there. So one day he finished his exam, and then he just left with a few of his guy friends and switched off his phone for a few days. He was missing in action, didn't tell me where he was going, nothing. So I called and called. I was so worried, right? And then one of his guy friends liked me, and he was trying to swoop in while he knew something was going on. And he was like, he actually went on a holiday with one of his guy friends, and a bunch of girls. And I was like, what? And then he came back a few days later, called me, acted like nothing happened, like, oh, let's go have lunch, dinner, like back to usual. And in my head I was like, what? You just left for so many days without telling me, and then now you're acting like nothing happened. So I kept it inside of me. I pretended okay, nothing happened either, but I was very cold towards him, and I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna break up with him, but he's leaving. He was leaving for London. Let me wait till he's in London for a little bit, let him get acclimated, and then I'll break up with him then. So I did that. But anyway, and the second one also did fly back from another state when I broke up with him, and he flew back. And the reason why I think these two stories came across my mind is because I feel like for some of you, it could be your ex, especially if your ex lives far away from you or is traveling or somewhere in a different country. And I think he or she might actually surprise you by flying back to you or flying to wherever you are at. And then, or maybe for some of you, they're just gonna show up at your door. Okay, that has happened to me as well. Usually it's after like a breakup. And the second one, actually, I broke up with him because it was a long distance for a while, and I felt like I was always the one making the effort to like fly over there and see him, and he never flew to my state to see me. He lived in another state, but it's quite far away. Like you have to fly. And I felt like, wait a minute, this is not fair. This is not fair. Why am I always the one flying over there to go see him? It's been 1 year I've been doing that. So I was still super young, but I was like, this is not fair. I don't like it. And he got too comfortable about me just going there all the time. So I just broke up with him. And I told him, yeah, it's long distance, not going to work out. I'm always the one flying over. And you never made the effort to come down to see me, like fly to me. I'm always the one doing it. So, but anyway, then because of that, he flew back. He flew to see me, like right on the spot. The same thing when I broke up with him, and he was crying. He stayed in a hotel, and I went in the hotel room to actually say my goodbye to him, like face to face, because I was so worried. He was crying a lot. I was afraid that I was gonna do something to himself, and I don't want to be held responsible for that. So I just went to see him at his hotel, and I said, you know, why don't we do this? Let's like take a break and see how things go. Like it was like less harsh than saying like break up, because he was like in such a mess. So but slowly I just kind of like let go. He still texts me till today, you know, because he said he would never forget me, blah blah blah, and he's married. But you know, he's married but with super platonic, but he still texts me, and he still every now and then, and every year during my birthday he would also wish me happy birthday. But I guess everyone has like an ex that they cannot forget. But anyway, let's see more. Sometimes I tell too much stories, but it's related to your reading. On the Nine of Wands here is in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So ever since the separation, your person thinks both of you should take a break from talking, okay? Maybe both of you are not really talking. Maybe they're like not talking as much. That one's in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and they think it's a good plan. It's a good strategy to not speak for a while. The Star in reverse to, you know, slowly. It's like healing and recovery. It's a healing and recovery energy. So they think maybe you need that time to think what you have lost while they keep quiet about it, while they're absent in your life. But it could go vice versa, okay? Eight of Pentacles, you could be thinking, like, I just need to focus on my work. I just need to focus on myself right now. And I hope air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius will regret this separation, right? They don't want you to know that actually they're hurt, or that they want you to think as though they've given up because they haven't really talked to you. Yep, that's your reading. Sorry for the long story, but a lot of you have said that you enjoy story time, so it doesn't happen all the time, but whenever, you know, if I relate to a reading, I'll tell you some stories. But anyway, take care. I hope to see you back here again sooner than later. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed this reading, and for those of you who like to be notified every time when I post your videos, don't forget to hit on the bell notification button, okay? And I hope to see you back here again sooner than later. Bye.